Yachts for Sale YouTube channel, opening a window into the world of yacht brokerage. And today we're looking at electric super yachts. Actually, this vlog is inspired by a documentary video that we're producing about a classic 1966 yacht that is completing a major refit in which they do away with the old Rolls-Royce engines and convert it into an entirely diesel-electric yacht. Now, there are a few electric boats coming onto the market, but at 40 meters, I think that Arionis will be the smallest diesel-electric yacht. Now let's see what's happening in the world of electric yachts. It should be said straight away that diesel-electric vessels are hardly new. The first one on record was the Vandal, launched in 1903, so 20 years ago. Designed in Sweden as a petroleum tanker for the Russian waterways, this ship had three-cylinder engines. Each engine was attached to a generator, and each generator was connected to an electric motor that would rotate the propeller shaft. Of course, technology has advanced a lot since then, and today nearly all cruise liners are powered by diesel electric, usually having 5 or 6 diesel engines that are used as generators to produce electricity for both the hotel load and of course for the propulsion through electric motors. And this shouldn't come as a surprise, since diesel electric power is extremely efficient, but rather heavy. So it's hard to find a purely diesel electric yacht out there, or at least it was, until Wider came along with their revolutionary Wider 150. This yacht, in my opinion, was the first truly diesel electric super yacht because it simply did not have any engines at all, but rather 4 variable speed generators that produced electricity for the entire yacht. And because it did not rely upon traditional engines at all, the designers decided to put the generators in the bow so that they could free up the area traditionally used for an engine room for an indoor swimming pool that doubled up as a tender bay. It really was a revolutionary design, and although the shipyard only built 2 of these, one 150 foot long and the other 165 feet, they now have new ownership, and I know that they would love to build more. There have been some other diesel electric hybrid yachts built, notably the 83.5 meter, that's 274 feet long fed ship Savannah. Quite apart from her distinguishable aesthetics, she also has a very unusual power generation system with just 1 engine, 3 generators, a battery bank, a counter-rotating azipull propeller, and after that is an electric stern thruster that's azimuthal and rotates. So in this image you can see that here is the main prop and here is the rotating stern thruster. It's a really unusual configuration, but what we're interested in is the diesel electric part. So the engine is connected to an electric generator at the gearbox, and this alone can provide enough power for the hotel load without ever needing to run the generators, or it can be used to provide the electric power for the main propeller. Then there are 2 battery banks weighing a colossal 30 tons and capable of holding 1 million watts of power. All of these components combined offer 5 different options. In maneuvering mode, the 3 generators provide electrical power to the stern thruster and for the hotel loads. In diesel electric mode, for speeds up to about 14 knots, the generators drive both the main propeller and the stern thruster. In range mode, for a predicted range at 13 knots of up to 6,500 nautical miles, all of the power to drive the main propeller is generated by the engine, and that also generates electrical power to the stern thruster and to the hotel load. High speed mode, for a top speed of 17 knots, the generators supply power for the stern thruster and for the hotel loads, while the engine provides mechanical power to the main propeller. Sprint mode is like high speed mode, except that if the hotel load reaches the maximum capacity of the generators, the battery banks can cut in to provide an extra 500 kilowatts for up to 2 hours. It's an amazing system, never done before on a yacht, and to my knowledge never been done since either. At the smaller end of the range, but no less popular, is Sunreef with their Eco range of yachts. The one in the image is the Eco 80, peppered in solar panels as you can see, but what about the propulsion? Sunreef kindly supplied this diagram showing the flexibility of the system, where the yacht can run silently on batteries only. The engines can be used to run the yacht at high speeds and at the same time charge the batteries. The engines can be used just as generators to charge the batteries more quickly, or everything can be used together for maximum speed. You may also have seen a video I produced from my garden at the beginning of the pandemic, in which I spoke about the new Bonetti Beyond 2, then just a twinkle in Paolo Vitelli's eye. Well, now these yachts are on the ocean and can be viewed, but it's interesting to hear how their system works, and to be honest, I can do no better than showing the graphic from the original video and letting a younger version of myself tell you all about it. I had a fascinating conversation with Bonetti staff recently who were telling me about the hybrid system for this yacht. They explained that Bonetti didn't want to go to different suppliers and different manufacturers to put together a system that would be somewhat of a midge-modge to try out on Bonetti clients. They preferred to go to one industrial giant, Siemens, for a well-proven integrated hybrid system. And here is how it works. The yacht has 4 power sources on board: the main engines, the generators, electric motors that are connected to the engines, and a battery bank. At low speed, an owner may prefer to turn the main engines off and let the generators power the electric motors so that they run the propulsion whilst the batteries handle other electric loads. This is ideal at night, for example, if you want to relocate the yacht whilst guests are asleep, since it reduces the noise and vibration on board. If you're in an area of the world where you need to have 0 emissions in order to cruise, or if you want to enter or exit a marina in silence, you can rely upon the batteries to power the electric motors, and also the other electrical requirements for brief periods. Then, when an owner wishes to cruise for extended periods in the most economic way possible, the electric motors can be run by the main engines to power the propulsion and the hotel loads, whilst the battery bank manages any variations and peaks in requirements. It is estimated that this actually represents a 10% reduction in fuel consumption when compared to using the main engines for propulsion and the generators for the electrical load. Clearly, the generators are not used at all in this mode. And finally, if crew are transferring the yacht from one place to another and speed is not of the essence, the Bonetti Beyond can run at low speed with just one main engine powering the electric motors for propulsion, whilst one generator and the battery bank handles the other loads. This of course reduces the overall consumption up to 15%, but also saves the operating hours of the engine and the generators. Funnily enough, when I was researching that vlog, I could not find on the internet a good explanation of the Bonetti Beyond power system anywhere that was anywhere near as good as that video that I produced all the way back then. I spent a lot of time with Bonetti executives on Zoom and on the telephone, on WhatsApp, trying to understand the system so that we could get a really good, accurate explanation of it, and I thoroughly enjoyed producing that video, as I am thoroughly enjoying producing more videos for other yacht builders too, as my team and I travel around the world, mostly Europe to be fair, trying to find unique content to bring to you. As I mentioned last week, the entire team here in the Med will be travelling to Holland to film the second in a series of videos showing that incredible 70-metre conversion project taking place at Icon Yachts. Actually, if all goes according to plan, we'll be there the day after we publish this video, and on the day of publishing this video I'll be at another shipyard in Holland taking a look at a really interesting and exciting project that, if it all goes well, will be the largest yacht that we've ever shown on the suite of YouTube channels that we have. Last week we were at the Amico shipyard in Genoa filming that incredible refit project of the classic gentleman's yacht. We've also got a documentary series going on at New Marine following 2 of their yachts, and one of those yachts is diesel electric. The trade-off of that is that it's physically impossible for me to present every single yacht for sale and for charter that's on the channel. Last year I took over 100 flights trying to make that happen. So you'll be seeing more videos in which we allow the broker to present the yacht that they have for sale and the manager to present the yacht that they have for charter. That way you still get to see the yachts and you get to see some of the people I work along with as well. That's not to say that I'll never present a yacht again. I most certainly will, and I've got some coming up that I'm looking forward to presenting. But in order to make everything happen properly, there'll also be a lot more videos with brokers and with charter managers showing the work that they do too. So thanks for bearing with me while we put the organisation in place to make all of that happen. And if you did enjoy this video, then please gently press the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to all of the suite of Yachts for Sale channels, Yachts for Charter, Yacht Builders, to enjoy more content like this. Was that okay? I had a bellyache, which is why I was stumbling over my words today, I think. Too much Mexican food.